The International Monetary Fund has revised its growth rate for the year 2024 from 2.8% to 3.1%. The fund notes that the revision is based on reforms that Ghana is undertaking under the IMF program, which is supporting its economic recovery. Speaking at a joint IMF, Bank of Ghana and Finance Ministry press conference following the approval of the $360 million as a third tranche of the $3 billion bailout package, the IMF's mission chief to Ghana, Stefan Rode, urged the government to holistically follow the fund's proposed reforms to ensure total recovery.
For the IMF, it is hopeful that the current credit facility between the fund and Ghana will yield positive results in the coming month. It notes that the overall performance of Ghana's economy is strong and progress has been made so far. IMF's mission chief to Ghana, Stefan Rode, is speaking at a joint IMF, Bank of Ghana and Finance Ministry press conference following the approval of the $360 million as third tranche of the $3 billion bailout package. Said based on these, among others, the fund has revised its growth rate for Ghana from 2.8 to 3.1%.
Signs of economic stabilization are emerging. For example, economic growth has proven more resilient than initially envisaged. Therefore, we are revising our growth projection up from 2.8 to 3.1% for 2024. Inflation is declining rapidly, from 54% in December 2022 to 23% in May 2024. And Ghana's international reserves have been increasing. Looking ahead, staying the course by adhering to the committed policy and reform agenda remains essential to fully restore macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability, especially in the context of the upcoming general elections. We welcome the commitment from Minister Adam and various other government officials to stay the course on reforms.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, also noted that the approval of the third tranche of the IMF loan calls for government to start preparing effectively for the next review.
With the successful conclusion of the second review, we need to begin to think of the third review of the program and beyond, and take advantage of the reform momentum. Steadfastness and commitment will be needed from now to the end of the year to see through all the structural reforms envisaged under the program, including the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana on the recapitalization of the central bank. This will strengthen the central bank's credibility to effectively deliver on its reforms.
Minister of Finance Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam cautioned persons speculating on the city's current challenges to desist from the act.
We have said over and over that the problems with the city can also largely be attributed to speculation. And therefore, whilst we'll be making effort to influence market sentiments positively, we also know that some other people are inciting speculation. We have had intelligence that people have been deliberately inciting speculation, but we never got it too real as we saw only 2 or 3 days ago, when my good friend and my brother, the Honorable Adongo, went out there urging people to buy dollars to do their business. And this was after I indicated at the town hall meeting in London that with all the policies we are implementing, with the flows that we are expecting from external sources, and with the completion of our restructuring, the debt restructuring with our bilateral official creditors as well as our Eurobond holders, we saw the city becoming stronger and stronger.
One of the topics that the minister touched on was the agreement government had reached with the Independent Power Generators Ghana. He debunked claims that his earlier statement that they had reached an agreement was misleading.
The final round of negotiations, after several months of negotiations, resulted in the following. Commercial agreements have been reached on headline debt restructuring terms and renegotiated power purchase agreement terms with the following companies: Amandi, Sen Power, Eli Power, Senate, and AXA. We are finalizing documentation to sign this agreement this week and the next. I have read from the media yesterday the Chamber of IPPs disputing the assertion of our concluded negotiation with the IPPs. And I'm sure that he wasn't well informed at the time the chamber issued the statement.
Despite achieving this feat in its quest to achieve economic recovery, government acknowledges that more needs to be done to ensure that the economy is stable. It assures of implementing more reforms to ensure that the growth achieved is sustained. For Channel One Business, my name is Neteli Nete Ajahu.